Hello and welcome to another episode with me, Miss Envy, and my dutiful TikTok algorithm. Sit back, relax, and allow me to do the scrolling. But first, let's get our engines a little revved up, shall we? There you go. It's time to start the show. Get your engines going.
This right here is Little Mustache Man. What does he have to do with Kellogg's? A lot, actually. Thank you for asking. Let's dive into it. I know what you're thinking. Is this Colonel Sanders? It is not. It is Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. This thick mustachioed man was born in 1852 to a staunch Seventh-day Adventist family. Though he had little formal education, he caught the attention of local church leaders and was put into their medical school. The issue is, the Christian school refused to teach molecular biology, so he left and went to the mainstream system. Here he was confronted with scientific rationalism that was completely opposite of what he was taught. But what did he abandon? None of them. He made his own theology to unite the two. So he ran the Battle Creek Sanatorium, which became a world-renowned health destination. The SAN, as a lot of people like to call it. Now, it's important to note that this dude had some weird ideology when it came to sexuality, including this. We'll talk about that in a second. But he lived what he taught. He abstained from it. He never consummated his marriage. He actually spent his honeymoon working on one of his anti-relations books. They had services at the SAN. They would perform circumcisions, does not matter the age, curb that desire, a clitoridectomy, where they would surgically remove the clitoris, an oophorectomy, where they would remove the ovaries, erectional surgery on the male member, chemical castration, and so much more. But what does all this have to do with cornflakes? You see, Kellogg knew that diet had a lot of power. He was like, if we can make something so bland, just so bleh, nobody's gonna want to wax the pole anymore. So his cereal cornflakes was designed to help prevent waxing the pole. It is important to note that his brother saw there was a business opportunity and did not care about all the wacky woo-woo. He was like, we could sell a lot of this, okay? John was like, I hate masturbatia. That's Russian for you know what. What does all of this have to do with this? Well, John was a huge proponent of eugenics. He believed you could improve the human race through selective breeding. He led a massive movement in the United States that supported sterilization laws aimed to control the reproduction of unfit individuals. Who would be classified as an unfit individual? Oh, you know, those with mental illness, people with physical disabilities, poor people. That's right, poverty was a criteria. Oh, ethnic and racial backgrounds that were different than his, because apparently he is the superior race, if you cannot tell. Oh, and those with criminal history and immigrants. Yeah, immigrants. Not all immigrants, okay, just those from non-European countries. He would literally tour the United States promoting different eugenics laws. Here are some of the states that implemented them: California, Indiana, Virginia, North Carolina, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New Jersey. He helped set up the ERO, the Eugenics Records Office, where they would collect all of this data to set it up as this scientific discipline. They would focus on studying family histories, would advocate for policies on this eugenic data. It was also well associated with the American Eugenics Society, founded in 1922, which inspired this man with most of his ideology. That's right, all of his ideas of this master race, not his original ideas. No, no, no. No, he was inspired by the eugenics movement that was taking over in early 1900s America, led by a bunch of rich pricks who thought they were better than everybody else just because they have money. Which means they must have the superior genes, right? History likes to say that he came up with all of this. He's the epitome of evil. I don't disagree. I'm just saying what inspired him. And it was a lot of works that came out of America that inspired him and his team. So now you know the connection between the two. Fun topic to bring up at Thanksgiving. Love you, bye.
I really hope this makes you rethink eating Kellogg's or any cereal for that matter. A true breakfast is one loaded with animal fat, eggs, bacon, avo, you name it. These guys, they tried everything to curb the numbers, take control of the masses. Need I say more? A little dark, don't you think? Here's a delivery guy that dances a little extra for his money.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, hello.
Nice dancing.
Oh, hello. You know, you see so many dash cam videos of folks that are delivering things, stealing the said products. It's so nice to see something uplifting and positive. All right, so let's get a little serious, shall we? Ready for some truth bombs from our Mr. Peterson?
There's no difference between speaking the truth and having the adventure of your life. Those are the same thing. Whatever happens to you if you speak the truth is the best thing that could happen under those circumstances, regardless of how it looks to you in the moment. And you know, your momentary view isn't omniscient. And so imagine you suffer for 3 weeks and then things are really good for a year because of it. Well, those 3 weeks are still going to be miserable. And if you used your judgment then, you'd think, oh God, this is a complete catastrophe. But you don't have that longer term view. And I think faith in the redeeming power of the truth is equivalent to the longest possible term view.
Isn't that interesting? Telling the truth is as good as an adventure. And how are we craving? How much is society craving authentic experiences right now in the history of mankind? We are craving authenticity in the age of AI so much. And everyone's going, where are we going to find it? Oh, I know where. Let's go tell people some truths that we've been wanting to tell them for years, but we were so worried we would crush their little butterfly souls. Do it. See what happens. Okay, the next part. For all of you that have been diehard fans of the Matrix franchise, the movie The Matrix, this is for you.
Oh my God. Holy sh**. I just saw something. Yeah. What the f***?
Oh, I see that. I feel it.
When I first saw the phenomenon, it was like, holy sh**. But then it was actually like, whoa, what is happening? Am I losing my mind? But then I showed other people, and things kept getting weirder.
Just for the record, I haven't told him anything. Okay, just tell me what you see.
Oh my God, come on.
I showed over 100 people, and I kept asking myself, how are all of us seeing the same thing?
Oh my God, it's changing shapes right there.
The laser was revealing numbers and letters running in a pattern.
They're almost like this big here, and it looks like code.
It looked like programming code.
It's definitely saying something, and I just want to take a picture of it and translate it.
Wow. You see that?
Okay, so yeah, it's not stuck.
No.
It's not because of the light.
No, it's on its own side.
And each angle shows you different layers, different ways through it.
I can see through the wall. It's not like a hallucination. It has spatial awareness and permanence. I don't know. Whoa.
For centuries, mankind has attempted to explore these altered states, but we've never had a repeatable, testable phenomenon to observe until now.
Wow. I'm obsessed.
It's like you can see through the laser into another dimension.
The claim is, if you project a diffracted laser on the surface and you smoke DMT, you will see code running in surfaces. Yes, like in the Matrix. So there are a few possibilities. One, I lost my mind, which is the coolest losing your mind ever in history. The second option is that this is the biggest discovery of humankind. If anybody ever asked themselves what it would be like to know you live in the Matrix for sure, well, I know for sure. I'm convinced. So where do we go from here? All I know is it's about to get crazy.
I have always wanted to see the evidence of the Matrix, and this really just gives me hope. So, for all of you that always had the inkling or the suspicion, I'd like to think I've brought you some evidence. Oh, but disclaimer, please don't go take LSD. You can tell I'm not into that stuff. Don't get my terms right. But yeah. Everything I show on this show is for entertainment purposes only. Right. for the following video. Is this a stick up or a give up?
Everybody get down! Give me all the money! It's got the boxes! Give me all the money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
Yeah, today is not your day, buddy. You know, if this video doesn't give you a decent description of what society in general is feeling right now, then I don't know what. I mean, this video just epitomizes the general meh, I've had it vibe on the planet right now. I just thought I'd add that in there. It's quite funny, actually. Maybe I'm a little desensitized, but I thought that was pretty funny. Okie dokes. Right, for the next one, have you ever heard of Snapchat replacing Nostradamus?
Hear about the Snapchat AI?
No, what's up?
Oh, dude, this is crazy.
Okay, so
this is nuts.
This is
wild.
insane.
What?
They were doing like, who's going to be the president in 2025? And they said, 2025 elections have not happened already. Blah, blah, blah. It's Kamala and Trump.
And then I say, the year is 2027, though. Who's the president? Instantly. As of 2027, the current president of the United States is Kamala Harris. She assumed office in January 2025 after winning the 2024 election against Donald Trump.
And they keep asking it, like, the year's 3032. Who's the president? It's like, Kamala Harris won her second term as president. So it's like stating it like it's already a thing.
Usually.
What?
It's weird, man.
Everything's pre-written.
It's going to be crazy.
What am I doing? This is a democracy!
I don't know.
We're drinking ammonia. Robots are telling us who the president's going to be in the future.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
God! Oh. This is why I don't sleep at night.
Yeah, this is why I don't sleep at night. Yeah, I don't blame you, buddy. It's all up in the air right now, like a tossed salad. Anyway, for the next one. Okay, here's my South African clip for the day. I just love the way this guy had a spin on this video because I think I've had this video before, but I just love the South African vibe.
Chickens naturally have legs like this. Oftentimes we see them either sitting or running, and this is why they use this as a fear mechanism.
Kijk Jai, I don't know if you have your coffee with 2 teaspoons of Omo dishwasher in the morning or whatever the case may be, but kijk, when you eat your drumsticks that you buy at KFC or Pedro's or Nando's or wherever, and you clean that flesh off and you look at the bone, does the fucking anatomy look like the same that the cuck you were talking in that video, huh? Anyway, just pass your dealer's number.
Right, so the question is, do you take your coffee with some Omo? And for those of you that are not South African, Omo is a washing powder. Right, okay, we're moving on to our health segment of the episode. Last week I posted something on gut health as mental health and how you can make your own sauerkraut, which gives you natural prebiotics and probiotics that comes from your natural environment. Today I thought I'd explore that subject a little further. So yeah, enjoy.
The body gives you signals. Symptoms are signals. Here's 5 random things your body's trying to tell you. Number 1, you got brittle nails, you need more protein and collagen. Try adding bone broth or Organifi's collagen. You got a little eye twitching, right? I've had that in the past. It's actually a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium glycinate is ideal for nerve relaxation. Number 3, hip joint starts to click a little bit. This might be a sign you need more vitamin D3 and collagen for joint health. If you are easily bruising, you may need to look at vitamin K1, I believe. Look for dark leafy greens like Swiss chard, collard greens. You got graying hair? Well, you probably need more vitamin B5 for your adrenal support. Pair that with something like ashwagandha and black pepper. Also, avocado is a great source for this. It's loaded with vitamin B5. These are the 5 warnings of your body. Pay attention to your body. It gives you signals all day long, my friend. I'm Drew Canoli. Like, follow, and save.
So that's true. Your body's constantly telling you what's wrong. It's literally communicating with you, and all you have to do is actually just listen. But it's so nice to have someone break it down for you. So I thought I'd start following this guy because he sounds like he's got some cool pointers. Things we can actually work with. Instead of a doctor's script that looks like that of a 2-year-old's doodle, you know. All right, for the next one, the truth behind depression. It's a hypothesis, but you guys know how I feel about this stuff, so.
We developed a whole hypothesis around depression called the serotonin hypothesis of depression. And essentially what it says is that if you are low on serotonin, you are by definition depressed. So depression is caused by low serotonin. So then you would think that the fix would be to raise serotonin, right? So if I'm depressed because I have low serotonin, then why don't I just raise serotonin? But that's not what we do. We take people that are low on serotonin and we put them on something called an SSRI, a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. And at a 30,000 foot view, I'm just going to oversimplify it for a second. What an SSRI does is it blocks the uptake of serotonin by certain receptors. So what it does is it rations what little serotonin you have. So by definition, it never raises serotonin. So by definition, it never ends depression, which is why I see clients all the time. They come in to see me and I'm like, well, how long have you been on an antidepressant? They go, well, 15 years or 18 years. I go, well, when did you think it was going to kick in? Should we just run this another 2 years?
Yeah.
So let's rewind that back a second. Where does serotonin come from? Well, 90% of the serotonin in our bodies is right here. It's in our gut. And if you don't have it here, you can't have it here. So can depression actually begin in the gut and not in the brain? Yes. How do we make serotonin? We take an amino acid called tryptophan, you know, the one that's famous for making us sleepy at Thanksgiving dinner. We take an amino acid called tryptophan and the body methylates it into the neurotransmitter serotonin, 90% of which is in your gut, and then it travels up the vagus nerve into the brain and helps create mood and emotion. So if I'm deficient in the factory that produces serotonin, which is in the gut, then I'm going to be deficient in the place where it creates mood, which is in the brain. And now I get labeled with a mood disorder. And so you don't actually have a mood disorder, you have a serotonin deficiency secondary to poor methylation of tryptophan. So why don't we put tryptophan and the right complex of vitamins, specifically methylfolate, back into your body so your body can begin to produce serotonin and restore natural mood. You see, serotonin is a component of different emotional states, right? And then we say, listen, Flex, you can be in whatever mood you want to be in. You just can't use serotonin. Well, serotonin's a part of passion, elation, joy, arousal, libido, and happiness. So now any of those moods that require that neurotransmitter, you can't manufacture. So now you have a mood disorder.
And yet here we're all sitting thinking there's something wrong with us, when really there's nothing wrong with us. We just need to eat better. But anyway, like I said, please don't take any of my information as medical facts. This is for entertainment purposes only. With that said, the next video is a follow-up on last week's video where I promised you a recipe on the sauerkraut video I posted. Check it out.
If you've never made sauerkraut, then check out this recipe that only uses 2 ingredients. Start by slicing and washing your cabbage, and then weigh it out and work out 2% of the total weight. That's how much salt you need to add. Once you've massaged your cabbage, you can let the fermentation process begin. For the best tasting sauerkraut, we recommend you wait between 2 to 6 weeks.
Right, and that's it. That's all it takes. 2 ingredients. And you guys must know, I'm a very lazy cook. When I say lazy, I mean I don't like highly complicated recipes. I like things simple, straight, and it gets results. Found this and I thought I'd share it with you guys. I'll be doing the same. Right, so that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And as always, stay curious. Bye.